Good morning, everyone. This is Ramona coming back at you. I am waiting for. I look terrible today. Oh my god, no bangs, no nothing. I'm waiting for the pest control people to come. They have to come like once a year to just to see how things are going. And I'm sitting here so super bored, so I'm like, let me make a video. Okay, but it is a good video that I wanna, so I hope I don't get interrupted. And I'm sitting here for hours and I'm like, where are they? I need to go. I don't like to, have them here by themselves, so I wait. But anyway, okay. I want to talk to you guys about something that's really important. It's about our goals and things that we want to accomplish, and getting frustrated with lots of hitting the walls and not being able to get ahead as fast as you want, and it just seems like everything's against you. It seems that sometimes, and it's just like, oh my god, I'm trying to do a great thing here, like I'm trying to change my life, like why am I being hit by so many walls? And then you start thinking, like, am I not supposed to go down this road? Am I not supposed to buy that house? Am I not supposed to? And I'm talking about like major goals. I'm not talking about smaller goals, but even though that's it goes for that as well. But I was talking to a friend, and I haven't seen her in a while. She had actually picked up and moved down south, and but I had seen her a few days ago, and she was talking to me about some things. I don't want to put like too much information because I don't like doing that, but like what we were talking about, I'm just like, wow, later I was just like, that would make a really good video, and like just to talk about these things. I love this one person because she's so supportive. She's just like a dream getter, like a goal getter. She just really and very positive, and really where I'm at. Like it's the only person I know who's like that, right? So I enjoy talking to her. Very positive messages, never negative, and never like, And she's just the type of person who's like, okay, if you want to fix that, then you should fix it. But she's not rude about it either, So I just wanted to talk to you, like give you a little bit of what we were talking about. So without giving out too much information, this person, okay, so there is a program here where you can actually work on buying your own house, and they give you classes, and the classes are about gaining knowledge on what steps to be able to take in order to actually afford a house. Like I haven't taken the class, and I don't know if I ever take that class, it'll be way in the future. Okay, so but anyways, she had taken this class, and she's learning about I just want to get my own house, because the market rent here where I live is $2,500, and like a little bit depends on if you have a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, but it can range up to $2,500. Depends on because I'm and that's just not really excuse me. But it's just, why not take that money instead of renting an apartment? Like, why not like buy a house? Okay, so unfortunately, the rules here is that you can't live here if you own property, and the class never told her that. So when the landlord had found out that she had a house, they were like, you can't live here anymore. You can't have an apartment here, and because there's certain rules, It's subsidized housing and stuff. It's a very nice neighborhood. Very nice building. Everything's nice. but you can't own a house and live here as well. She didn't know that. And, you know, come to find out, like, it was just like, she just was going through so much crap. So much crap. She didn't even know that people were actually living in her house at that time, because the person who was working side by side with her, he was like really scammy, you know what I mean? And he was, you know, and upon her finding out that there are people living in the house, he had explained that they have not moved because you're living in the apartment. You know, I allowed them to stay there and pay like equity towards the house so that they can actually get up and get out and move, whatever. But come to find out that that was a lie. They were actually tenants there. Had moved in, they were tenants there, and they were paying this guy rent, and she didn't know that, and so she was being scammed left and right, you know. Eventually it was rectified where, you know, now she's living in she's living in the house. It's a really nice apartment, and like a first floor, beautiful, and she wants to rent the upstairs. Okay, so she rectified it, and that, you know, and now she's actually going to court to like fight the scammy guy who was working with her, like, you know, whatever it is that they're trying to, you know, work out. But I was just like, wow, you know. And it was also expressed to me, like, as I would imagine, and you guys must imagine, that, you know, there was a big chunk of time there where she was just like, why are all these things happening to me? And she was really, really just spending like months just crying and getting really upset, and like, I can't, you know, because like the way I'm explaining it to you, it just sounds like, oh, you know, but for the person who's going through that and just hitting one wall after the next, when your original plan, your original idea was just to make life better for yourself and your family, you know, and it just, in her case, it just didn't run really smoothly. And, you know, and I had told this woman, I said, you know, I can close this window, hold on. Sorry. And I need to hurry because I don't know if they're gonna knock on my door. Ooh, it's so cold. It's cold out today. And it's starting to rain. But anyways, I had told her, I said, you know, because the woman who I was talking to, this wasn't happening to her, it was actually happening to her daughter. So, but I had told her, I was like, you know, sometimes we have to take 10 steps backwards for whatever reason. And I think that in this particular case, I think that, I'm sorry, I'm freezing now. Okay, but in this particular case, I think that who she used to be, I mean, because she was just her first place of living outside of the nest, you know, was an apartment, and you never dreamed of owning a house one day. And she's taking these amazing steps to like better her life, and everything is just wonderful. Like, she's just really, really a go-getter, really going for it. But you know, and when all that crap happened to her, I was just like, I just told her, you know, her mother, I go like this, I'm like, you know, who she used to be, who she used to be was not somebody who could be a homeowner, a landlord. It takes a particular kind of person with backbone and experience, and someone who is able to rise to the occasion when shit hits the fan. You can't be that person to roll over and just hide, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. You know, when shit hits the fan, you need to jump up and rectify this situation ASAP, as soon as you can. Like, you have to be that kind of person. You can't, you know what I mean? And I think that, you know, before all this crap was happening, this is like stretched out for months and months, like 6 months or something. like, you can't be like who she used to be was not somebody who could handle all this stuff. But now, 6 months later, and that's a very short amount of time, she's wiser for the better. You know, she moved into that apartment, she kicked those people out, she's taken this dude to court. I mean, that takes a lot of strength, a lot of knowledge. That takes a person that I'm a businesswoman and I need to rectify the situation. And no, you're not going to get away with what you did to me. You are going to pay for it. And you were just scamming me left and right here. And I'm meeting with lawyers. Like, there's a lot of people who just they can't even do that. Like, really? So I'm really proud of her about all the steps that she did. There was a big chunk of time when she was just rolling over, crying like, oh, you know. But then she had turned it around and got angry and was like, you know what I mean? And like, you know, that's impressive. That's impressive. And then she was like explaining that, yeah, she's doing all this wonderful stuff now, but she feels bad about, you know, spending those months of just feeling like crying and rolling over and throwing the covers over her head, like, why me, why me, why me? But the thing is that learning lesson again, like, you know what? She didn't roll over and die. I think she reacted like shit smacked her in the face, and this has never happened to her before. And it's just kind of like when you're shocked, it's just like, what do I do at this point? I don't know what to do. This is so confusing to me. I don't know who to trust, because, you know, I've already tried to trust somebody in this goal of mine and I was scammed. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. But I think that at that time, even though she was crying and being upset about the whole thing, meanwhile, up here in the back of her mind, in the front of her mind, she is coming up with this plan, like, how am I going to handle this situation? What am I going to do? Like, you know what I mean? And I think that in order to obtain certain goals in your life, you know, there is a time where it has to go by. There's a big chunk of time that has to go by in order to become the woman, not the girl who she used to be, but in order to become the woman that she is today, that's more experienced for the better, you know? Because maybe she couldn't have handled being a landlord if she didn't have this experience under her belt to say, you know what? I've gone through hell and back in order to obtain this house. If I can do that, I can do anything. And now she has that experience and that knowledge and that she's just more sure, more of a strength of identity of who she really is and what she's capable of doing and handling. Well, like, whatever shit comes my way, I can handle it. You know? So, sure, she had to take 10 steps backwards. And she smacked into a lot of walls. And there was also a time where she was kind of depressed and just like throw things up in the air, like, I don't know what to do. But it's just, I feel like in our lives, I just wanted to, give you guys that example, that if there is anything going on in your life that you really want to strive for, you really have that goal, you really, there's something that you just want to obtain, you don't know why, it's just in the crook of you, steeped within you, you just want this one thing, and you're hitting a lot of walls, it's, when you're doing that, I've been saying, when you're doing that, doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. It just means that maybe you need to be tweaked. Maybe you need this experience in order to become the person that can handle this big goal that you're trying to obtain. I mean, let me give you like a little quick example. Like, you know, say if I was 18 years old, I've never owned an apartment. I've never left my parents' house. So I'm like going from parents' house into this like this and trying to obtain this like major status. So whatever it is, there's no way in heck that I would be able to do that. I'm not mature enough. I'm not worldly enough. I don't have any experiences in the situation. I'm not sure of myself. I don't have like a really strong identity with myself. I'm walking on eggshells on who it is I am as a person. You don't have that experience of knowing that when shit hits the fan, I can retaliate. I can stand up and rise to the occasion. Like an 18-year-old will not be able to do that. There's no way. No amount, you know, that 18-year-old was gonna have to wait until they're 25. Why? Because that all those years are what it's gonna take in order for them to have that life experience. And it might not be like being schooled for that one thing, but just having life experience with people in general. How do the psyche of people, like, you know, psychoanalyzing people in situations and going through situations and becoming more worldly, you know, so that you're becoming the person who you can, well, with the house situation, who can be a landlord, you know. So I just want to, it's really freezing. I just wanted to put that out there that, you know, sometimes you do have to take those 10 steps backwards. Don't ever give up on your goals. Do not ever give up on your dreams. If it's something that, I mean, this has been long term, like you've known in the back of your head that, yeah, this is something that I really want. And the closer you get to that deadline, it's coming to the straight of your head. And you're just like, okay, this is really becoming a reality. And just never run away from your dreams just because it's not working out as smoothly. And like I always say, you can never appreciate anything that falls from the sky into your lap. You will never appreciate that thing that you got so easily. You know, if you got it so easily, you will always appreciate and keep molding it until it gets bigger and better. You're getting bigger and better, and you're more connected to this goal and that you've obtained. You'll work more harder on that, knowing that all that crap that I went through for the past year, 2 years to get here. Oh, I'm not going to give up now. You know, do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, there have been times when things have fallen into my lap. Amazing things have just fallen into my lap. You either tend to not appreciate it or you fully appreciate it. But 10 out of 10 times, if I busted my butt and there's been a lot of things that I had to really bust my butt to keep or to obtain. And once I obtain that, I always look back sometimes when I feel like I'm not being grateful or things become too hard and like, oh, should I just give up on this? You know, I always look backwards in remembering like, no, this is fully worth it. It is worth it. So I'm going to wrap this up. Just wanted to make that quick video that, you know, sometimes taking 10 steps backwards is what is needed and not for you to ever give up on your goal. Mwah, mwah. Love everybody. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I know I made that like windfall leaves video. I had to share that with you guys. I'm going to make another video after this. I am so cold. I'm gonna have to turn my heat on. I had all the windows open in my house, and I'm gonna make sure that this video doesn't go past 20 minutes. So bye.